Good evening. A damning independent report has today criticised Wirral Borough Council for myriad errors which led to 16 adults with learning difficulties being systematically overcharged for services for 9 years. It says the failures, exposed by a whistleblower, put the vulnerable adults in a totally unacceptable situation. Abby Jones reports.
For more than 10 years, Martin Morton has refused to be silenced. He tried to tell his bosses at Adult Social Services in 2001 that vulnerable adults were being exploited, but nobody listened. Instead, he was given a £40,000 payout and asked to keep quiet. He didn't.
I think when you see bad things happening to vulnerable people, you haven't a choice but to respond. You've got a moral obligation and you've got a professional obligation to intervene.
At 3 supported living accommodations in Morton, and for 9 years, adults with learning difficulties were overcharged for care, for things like having someone to get them dressed in the morning. Now, last year, Wirral Council admitted it had made a huge mistake, and it reimbursed £244,000 going back to 2000. But today's damning report says it should refund charges back to 1997. The report also, for the first time, reveals details of other serious allegations, claims of financial abuse, that top-up rents were charged by private landlords who were service providers, claims that one member of staff at a service provider had a conviction for assault with a deadly weapon, and claims that 4 men with baseball bats arrived at one unit to try to get money from a senior manager. Wirral's Conservative group, whose leader commissioned the report, has called for senior officers to consider resigning.
Clearly, Mr Morton wasn't listened to. He wasn't listened to by senior officers, and he clearly couldn't have been listened to by senior politicians. And those people really have to answer questions to themselves whether or not they really think they should still be part of this council.
The council says it wants to ensure people like Martin Morton don't feel unable to speak out again. But today's report says the council still hasn't learned how to investigate whistleblowers' concerns properly without them feeling they'll be penalised.
Well, the leader of Wirral Borough Council, Steve Fowkes, spoke earlier on North West Tonight.
It's not good that people who are vulnerable have been subjected to this type of treatment. We apologise unreservedly. I've apologised unreservedly to Martin Morton individually. We hold our hands up. We say we got it wrong. The authority got it wrong. Individuals got it wrong. But we need to move this department on and do a better job. And we are doing a better job.